particular school students are more likely, when you hear it said again, please note that you can catch the World Cup final live on 10 Play, streaming tonight live on 10 Play. So too, the third and fourth playoff matches at 5 p.m. Tuesday match today, today contested second final. France is defending world champions and continuing incredible form in this round-robin tournament so far. They scored 45 goals in their 9 games. You work out the goal per game average. Indeed, on a parochial view, Australia held France to their lowest score in just over 90 goals. In the French team, this is out of the 2 teams of great strikers. In the French team, 𝐿𝐈𝐏𝐿𝐿, number 10.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Key Center here at Sydney Olympic Park here in, once again, beautiful Sydney, New South Wales. For 10 Play, I'm Tony Jackson. And joining me once again, my esteemed colleague, Greg Baxter. Greg, it is the first semifinal match today. The defending world champions, France, against a shorthanded but very determined Argentina side.
Good afternoon, Tony. Good afternoon now, isn't it, here in Australia. A game, I think, that promises so much. France have been exceptional. Really are. Perfection in the group stage. 9 games, 9 wins. Only 2 goals conceded against an Argentina side that have just shown the best amount of passion, resilience, determination to make it to this point. It promises to be a spectacle.
Now, France have unquestionably been the class of the tournament. Argentina started this losing 3 in a row, and they went undefeated in their next 6 without their main player, Valentino Țăgăreli, who will be out of this match, serving a 2-match ban. They, yesterday against the United States, one of the powerhouse teams in World Powerchair football, drew level at 1 to make it to the semifinal. They may not have him, but they are still determined to win this game.
Rightly so. I think everyone thought they may struggle without Țăgăreli, who has been their talisman. He is their captain. So, Argentinian number 10. There's a lot of history there. He has been sensational this tournament, but this is the 3rd game he has missed through suspension, and he will be gutted. He is not in this game. As you say, most people thought they might struggle against the US, but it was a defensive performance that was inspiring. They put their bodies on the line, defended heroically. The passion they have carried them through, and you saw at the end with the scenes of jubilation just how much it meant to them to get to this stage.
Indeed, yesterday the Argentinian fans, the coaches, the athletes all hugging and kissing and crying each other. Just immense joy from Argentina yesterday after pulling out that 1-1 draw against the United States. And I will say for Argentina, despite the fact that Valentino Țăgăreli is not in this match, 𝐿𝐴𝐵 Lopez has been a revelation for Argentina.
Really, when Argentina needed him, he has come good. He has been absolutely, again, sensational. I use that word often with Argentina because they all just have shown up incredibly well. And 𝐿𝐵 Lopez, without Țăgăreli, has come in and gone, you know what, don't worry guys, I'll do my bit.
And now the starting lineups for the defending world champions, France. In goal, number 16, 𝐿𝐴𝐏𝐿𝐏𝐿. Also on the pitch, number 12, Tristan Lebelea. In the middle, the captain, in the middle, Brian Weiss, number 8, and the captain, number 10, Momoge Lami, rounds out the lineup. Now for Argentina, we mentioned already that they're going to be shorthanded today. No Valentino Țăgăreli. And they're just going to have to figure it out without him today. So for Argentina now, the lineups: in goal, number 11, Lisandro Urreti. Also on the pitch, number 14, Agustin Zanoli. In the middle, Caleb Mansour. And finally, we talked about him already at length, 𝐿𝐵 Lopez, number 7 for Argentina. And really, that's going to be the key for them today. If Lopez can have a good game, they may pull out a shocking upset here.
They just need to do whatever they can to try and repeat yesterday's performance against the United States. And even then, that may not be enough, because France are just another level above. But if they are to have any chance of pulling off what would be the shock upset of all upsets, Tony, they need to try and replicate what they did yesterday. Find that inspiration from the country they represent. I can't wait, Tony. I really can't wait.
Well, everybody watching in the Key Center at home, all predicting a France victory, 3-0, the predicted score. Greg, do you think that's fair, or do you think we're going to see something different here?
Tony, once again, the public seems to be backing me, because I also said 3-0 to France would be my scoreline. I love Argentina. They've been so good this tournament. I've got to know them all on a personal level. I just think today they've got to do themselves proud. I just think France possess far too much quality and power for them to deal with.
So kickoff coming up in just a few minutes as both teams warm up here on the pitch. Now the thing with France that we've seen all throughout this tournament is, and I said this to somebody privately recently, is they seem to be the only team in this competition that have been able to find the perfect balance of individual dribbling skills and team passing. I think really they're the only ones that have been able to pull it completely together. The United States excels one-on-one. Their set pieces, as we mentioned, are absolutely lethal. England, another favorite in this competition, absolutely excel at opening up the pitch and playing a wide open passing style. But France really, again, the only team that have been able to pull it all together.
Yep, that combination of Momo Galami and Brian Weiss has served France well for so many years. And I said this on commentary a couple of days ago, speaking to Brian, he says, I do the passing for Momo, Momo does the dribbling for me. They work so well as a tandem, and their connection has paid dividends this tournament. What I will say is, they have slightly, I don't want to say gone off the boil, but they took their foot off the pedal after blitzing the tournament so early on, but a couple of results where they've not had it all their own way. 1-0 against Australia, and that was an own goal. So they struggled for some bit of the Uruguay game yesterday, although they did run out comfortable winners in the end. Denmark as well, giving a little bit of run for their money. So it's just some little maybe questions that will maybe give Argentina hope that they could pull off, as I said, what would be the shock upset of all upsets.
You see both sides warming up here, ready to do battle. The very loud French supporters here in the stands. They are a small but mighty contingent here at the Key Center. They will certainly feature today, along with the Argentinians next to them. Now, the South Americans will certainly bring the energy, as they always do.
Yeah, I think what also maybe serves extra motivation for Argentina, as we announced at the beginning of the week in the FIPFA Congress, the 2026 edition of the FIPFA Powerchair Football World Cup will be hosted in Buenos Aires, Argentina's captain. So if Argentina could go into that as world champions, that would do them the world of good, putting South American football well and truly on the map, if they haven't done that already, Tony.
I could only imagine what the atmosphere would be like in Buenos Aires should Argentina pull up, let's just say it, 2 upsets today to win the World Championship.
It would be electric in here, and that would only get magnified, I'm sure, in Buenos Aires. Very experienced officiating crew, a mixture of local referees and ones from abroad.
We're just a few minutes away from kickoff. We're about 5 minutes away right now. So we're going to pause for just a few moments, and when we come back, we will bring you the kickoff, the first semifinal match, France and Argentina. You're watching the 2023 FIPFA Powerchair Football World Cup live from the Key Center. We'll be back in a few moments. Welcome back to the Key Center. It is the first of two semifinal matches here at the 2023 FIPFA Powerchair Football World Cup. I'm Tony Jackson. Joining me in the broadcast booth, Greg Baxter. Greg, this is about to be fireworks out here on this pitch.
It's been fireworks all week, to be honest, Tony, isn't it? And I really hope that these semi-finals just encapsulate and give us a good send-off to what has been just the best tournament to be a part of.
It has been an incredible week. Before we get started, just a quick rundown of the officiating crew. Your center referee, Carolyn Bean from England. Your assistants are Norden Sabovic from Austria and David Wiebe from Australia. Your fourth official, Mark Simon Green from Australia. And center referee placing the ball in the center. We are about to get started here in just a moment. We're on Court A here at the historic Key Center. It's been a wonderful week, like you said, Greg.
It really has. It's been an honor and a privilege to be a part of it. A tournament that has given us absolutely everything. And now these two teams will go to battle for a place in this evening's World Cup final. France have obviously been there before. This is new territory for Argentina.
Just waiting for the whistle to begin. And here we go, we're underway. Lisandro Urreti will get things started for Argentina. Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐿 and 𝐏𝐵 Lopez engaging here. Now, 𝐏𝐵 Lopez, a young player, but really one of the most players we've seen here at this World Cup, Greg.
Yep, he has been really, really good when he's come on for Argentina. Not started a lot of games, but has really brought an attacking spark. I must say, when 𝐏𝐨𝐰𝐿 was sent off in their penultimate group stage game against Ireland, they needed those 3 points. He was there, locked up the game. He really did. Took it to the corner, wasted time, locked in the dribble. What I would say is, if I'm kicking off against France, the last thing I want to do straight away is try and take it into a dribble with Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐿.
Oh, and a pass by 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐿, cut off by Urreti. And that ball was out of play. Kicking coming up for Argentina. Now, going back to 𝐏𝐵 Lopez, he started out this tournament on the bench. He came in as a substitute, and he played so well that he hasn't left the pitch since he was substituted on. Zanoli now taking the ball against Brian Weiss, one of the best one-on-one players in the world. Incredible passer. And that ball still in play. Zanoli doing very well to keep it in. And nicely done by Agustin Zanoli. Argentina with an early scoring opportunity here. Kicking coming up. 𝐏𝐵 Lopez going to take the kick. Zanoli at the far post. Lisandro Urreti lining up. Lopez to Urreti. Back to Lopez. Lopez. That ball rolling out of play. Kicking coming up. 𝐏𝐵 Lopez across the area off of Brian Weiss. Now Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐿 will press on the counterattack for France. Khaled Mansour looking to hold off Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐿. 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐿 letting that ball roll out. And Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐿 so deceptive. One of the most patient players you'll see out there. And you see that replay there. That ball just nicely redirected by Brian Weiss as Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐿 takes the counterattack for France. And now Brian Weiss setting up for the kick in for France. And that ball springs loose. Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐿, nothing on that shot there, but 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐿 getting around Urreti. Now Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐿 looking for space in the Argentina defense. Tristan Lebelea comes up. Lebelea with a pass across, cut off by Urreti. Lebelea, Urreti. Mansour, 𝐏𝐵 Lopez trying to take the ball back the other way, stopped by 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐿.
really is holding his own against what is probably, in most people's opinions, the premier dribbler of world Powerchair football, Tony.
Indeed. Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐿𝐼, if not one of the best dribbler out there. And 𝐐𝐵 Lopez, he's been sensational so far early in this match.
4 minutes in, nearly. I think we've seen a good start from both sides. You know, I think most people think that Argentina are going to come in here and just sit back, defend the goal, but they've had a couple of set pieces chances.
Brian Weiss using a little deception to try to get Argentina out of position. 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀, Augustin Zanoli. Brian Weiss with the turn. Kick-in coming up for France. And the thing you'll notice about France, for those of you just joining us for the first time, first, welcome to the broadcast. Second, everybody from France can kick. Everybody has power, everybody has accuracy, and they use it to their full advantage. 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀. Now, Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀. That ball rolling, drifting towards the touchline. Augustin Zanoli with it. That ball rolls up for another France kick-in.
Let's say we're thoroughly impressed by every Argentinian player, but I've been inspired by Zanoli. For those who have not watched Argentina before or just tuning in for the first time, the Argentinian number 14 there, who puts the ball out of play for another France kick-in, controls his chair with his chin, Tony.
It really is impressive. A lot of us play this sport any way we can. Augustin Zanoli, it just looks impressive to watch him maneuver that chair so deftly with his chin. 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀, the pass up to Brian Weiss. Zanoli just playing fantastic defense at the top of the goal area, serving as that second defender. 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀. That ball out of play again, another kick-in coming up. Now, for those of you watching for the first time, there is a rule in Powerchair football called the 2-on-1 rule, which states that if one player has the ball, another player can engage that player from the other team, but a second player from that defending team cannot engage. They have to be outside 3 meters from the ball. Otherwise, a 2-on-1 violation is called. The only exception to that rule is when the goalkeeper is in the goal area, which is why Augustin Zanoli is able to sit at the top of the goal area and defend, because Lisandro Urreti is the designated goalkeeper for Argentina. Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀 looking for a pass to Tristan Lebelea, who has to take it around. Augustin Zanoli doing extremely well defending at the top of the area. Brian Weiss now with the ball against Zanoli. Urreti, Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀 with a pass back to Weiss. Weiss with a shot, saved by Argentina. Corner kick coming up.
That is France in a nutshell. They just slow the game down, almost lull you into a sleep defensively. Then they've got that quick, snake-like attack out of nowhere.
And you'll see right here Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀 on the replay. Brian Weiss with a shot that just barely went off the defense. And now back to live play here. That ball goes out for a Argentina goal kick.
We've seen 2 very good saves.
And we'll catch it here again on the replay. That ball almost went over the line. Lisandro Urreti, by the slimmest of margins, keeps this match scoreless.
First Aled Manzour, then Lisandro Urreti. Argentina defending heroically once again.
𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀 off of Zanoli. And I think Argentina are content with slowing the pace of this match down, Greg. France, like you said, has slowed it down here, but can play at lightning speed. But I think Argentina are okay with this right now.
Argentina are just trying to break here though, Tony.
Lisandro Urreti passing it off of 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀, who's just waiting for the right moment to strike. That ball across Tristan Lebelea, back to 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀. 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐃 with the shot, save Khaled Mansour. And now Argentina in trouble. Tristan Lebelea. And now France picking up the pace a bit. And Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀, what a wonderful strike. 1-0 France, 9th minute. Unbelievable accuracy by Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏𝐅𝐀. And we see here on the replay, That pass from Tristan 𝐿𝐵 back to 𝐏𝐨𝐰𝐏𝐿. Argentina almost got it clear, but Tristan 𝐿𝐵 over to 𝐏𝐨𝐰𝐏𝐿, and just a wonderful strike. There was not a lot of room between the Argentinian defenders.
That is a staggering finish from Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐼. I'm really not surprised. He is a wizard with what he can do with that chair of his. But that's it, the patient play by France. They slow the game down, look for the angle, lull you in, then they have the shot, they recycle it, and again Momo.
𝐏𝐨𝐼 back to 𝐿𝐵. Brian Weiss across off of Lisandro Urreti. Kick in again coming up for France. And the French supporters are thrilled. Off of Urreti goes the ball, and it's out of play. Another kick in coming up for France.
Here comes the issue for Argentina. Their tactic here was to set in, defend. Now that defense has been breached, they know at some point they're going to have to come in and score a goal if they want to have any chance of making that World Cup final. I think for now, they just want to try, keep it at 1-0 for as long as they can.
Weiss across, 𝐿𝐵 with a shot, save. Elwan Kong, contact initiated. That ball off the back of Brian Weiss. Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐼 across to Weiss. Weiss across to 𝐿𝐵. 𝐏𝐨𝐼 now with the ball. Eber Lopez chasing. And now France picking up the pace just a bit here. That ball going across the goal area, sent out. It is going to be a corner kick for France. And we see here France just starting to pick up the pace and move the ball around more freely here as Brian Weiss gets that ball across to 𝐿𝐵. Now, he had a lot of space there on that shot, but he just missed the post. He needed to get that closer to the side of the goal area.
You're right, Tony. There was a gap there. Probably for a man of 𝐿𝐵's standards, should be finding the back of the goal, and France should be 2-0 up here. As it is, still remains France 1, Argentina 0.
And now Brian Weiss will take this corner kick for France. That ball across, Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐼 with a shot off the post. Last touch by Khaled Mansour. Kick in coming up for France. They didn't miss that by much, Greg.
I think credit to Khaled Mansour. I think he'd have got there.
That ball into Mansour. 𝐏𝐨𝐼 with another kick across off of Urreti. And Argentina is just really holding on for dear life at the moment. And you see on the replay here, Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐼 just off the post. And that ball, as we come back to live action here, almost another goal by France as Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐼 now works around the top of the Argentina goal area. Just working and waiting, finding the right angle. 𝐏𝐨𝐼 gives France another corner kick.
Khaled Mansour, I said this yesterday in their final game against the US in the group stage, that round robin format, is an unsung hero for me. He puts in shift after shift behind Urreti.
Goal kick coming up for Argentina. And Khaled Mansour has been fantastic back there in the goal area for Argentina. He's not the designated goalkeeper, but his role is to kind of keep things locked down for Argentina, while Urreti, the designated goalkeeper, also plays out on the attack. Brian Weiss now winding up for his pass across the area. It's cut off by Zanoli. Lopez now taking on Brian Weiss again. Weiss waiting. Lopez is just going to let that ball drift into his chair. Wonderful patient defense by Eber Lopez right there.
Yeah, a player we've not mentioned for a little bit of a while, I suppose, with the nature of this game, and Argentina just having to defend for dear life, as you say at the minute, Tony. They will want to get him involved more if they're going to get the goal back they need at some point.
𝐏𝐨𝐼 off of Mansour. 𝐏𝐨𝐼 looking for an open space in the Argentinian defense. Passes it off to Weiss, but it's broken up by Eber Lopez. Now countering for Argentina as they cross the center line. A rare moment for Argentina in this match. Lopez flips around Weiss, and Weiss trying to drive him away from the France goal area. Can Argentina start up an attack here and sustain something, get a little bit of pressure on the French defense? Now 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿 takes this ball, starts things back up for France.
This is a battle, I think. We've seen loads already in the opening 14 minutes or so, and we'll see a lot more as the game continues, Tony.
𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿 letting 𝐅𝐸𝐻 make a play on the ball. And so much patience being exhibited really by everyone here. This is kind of a chess match within this match, Greg.
It really is, Tony. It really is. France have managed to unlock the Argentinian defense once, but they'll probably feel.
And a miss by Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿. Goal kick coming up for Argentina.
They'll be wary of what they saw yesterday, though, in that Argentina-USA game. The US went 1-0 up, and everyone thought, oh, that might be it, the floodgates might open. Argentina came back, got their equaliser, and then dug in deep. France will want a second goal, just to give them a little bit of an insurance policy.
Lebelea. Weiss with a shot. Brian Weiss just wide of the post. Goal kick coming up for Argentina. And France have made several shots that have narrowly missed, and we'll see it again right here on this replay coming up as Lebelea sends a beautiful pass across the area. And Brian Weiss, you can see, just barely missing that post. And now back to live action here, kicking coming up for Argentina.
Argentinian coach has just been told to calm down a little bit by fourth official Mark Simon Green. They are so passionate, Tony.
Unbelievably passionate, calling for every foul, screaming at the referees. And I hope we get to see it again. But I have to say, the French chicken in the stands has been one of my favorite things this week, Greg.
I believe, Tony, it is the coqful.
Le coq.
Le coq. Indeed. Indeed, the French emblem, is it not?
It is. And just adds just a fun layer of atmosphere to this event. 𝐿𝐵 Lopez working against Brian Weiss. That ball comes loose, and now Lopez trying to turn Weiss towards the France goal area. He does have some passing options. Behind him is Augustin Zanoli, but Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿 is just waiting for that pass to come across. Now Brian Weiss strips the ball away. 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿 winds up for a pass down the floor. Lebelea across to Weiss. Brian Weiss back to 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿, and now France starting to open things up here. 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿 now winds up off of 𝐿𝐵 Lopez. Erwan Konk has to make a play on the ball. Lopez. Now France have to be careful here. Erwan Konk is an experienced player and a very good goalkeeper, but any misstep in positioning could lead to a crazy goal by Argentina. France with a shot. 𝐅𝐸𝐻. Argentina in danger. Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿 off of 𝐅𝐸𝐻. The pass out, 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿 back across Brian Weiss, back to 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿. 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿 now heading towards the Argentina goal area. Lopez. Weiss over to Lebelea for France. 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿 blocked off by 𝐅𝐸𝐻. Now Zanoli couldn't control the ball on his chair. It goes out for a France kick-in. Greg, speechless. I'm speechless.
Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿 is human after all, Tony. Oh, that ball from Lebelea deserved to be finished by 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏𝐿 at the back post. He then had a second bite of the cherry and still couldn't find the gap. France will be wary that they are leaving opportunities to score out there on the court at the minute. And as long as it remains 1-0, Argentina are still in this game, because as you saw earlier, Erwan Konk had to react very quickly to stop that ball going into his own net.
And credit to Argentina, they are playing spectacular defense right now.
I think, as I said before, kick-off, if they wanted to have a chance of causing the upset of all upsets, they were going to have to try and replicate as best they could their performance yesterday against the US. And so far, I know they are 1-0 down, but they're doing that.
And you see in moments in this match, 𝐿𝐵 Lopez, in addition to all the patience he's exhibited, willing to go power for power with Brian Weiss.
lost the confidence. He's not been afraid to take on Momo Galami or Brian Weiss at the minute.
And that ball slips right by Agustin Zanoli. Brian Weiss can't catch up to it. Goal kick coming up for Argentina. We are in the 19th minute. France holding on to a 1-0 lead. It could have been a lot more, but credit to Argentina once again. They've held them close so far.
They really have, Tony. They really have. You just see how defensive they're setting up from goal kicks, though.
Zanoli cut off by Momo Galami. 𝐏𝐨 Lopez right back there for Argentina. Heavy contact right there as Lopez tries to get around Momo Galami. And Momo Galami so skilled. The pass up to Weiss, cut off by Lopez. Just trying to prevent France from opening up that defense. But now kicking coming up, Brian Weiss kicking into Galami. Galami back up to Weiss. Weiss, Galami, Weiss, Galami. Weiss circles around over to Lebelea, cut off by 𝐏𝐨 Lopez, using his teammate to get a deflection to go in his favor. And 2-on-1 calls from out in the stands and on the bench. Urreti, Lopez. And we're going to get it here. France with a rare foul on the play. They've played so cleanly so far, but credit to Argentina in forcing that.
Yep. I think we saw there, though, in that last pass you played for France, what you don't want to do. Momo Galami and Brian Weiss were passing between the two of them. In the end, Zanoli couldn't help himself and jumped.
And that is the halftime whistle. Greg Baxter. It's 1-0 France. An unbelievable performance so far by Argentina.
Yeah, I think Argentina will be relatively happy going in 1-0 down at half-time, given last time they played without Zagarelli against France, they lost 6-0. And so France will need to, they'll be pleased, they are 1-0 up, but at the end of the day, whatever happens in this game, all that matters is that you win it. But they will want to do it in style to put a stamp on this tournament like they have done in the group stage and say to that other semi-final, if you want to come and beat us, you need to bring your A game.
It's halftime. It's 1-0. We're going to half. We'll be back with the second half right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is the second half about to begin here from the Key Center. It is 1-0 in favor of the defending world champions, France. I'm Tony Jackson. Alongside me, Greg Baxter. And Greg, this second half, I feel like the intensity is about to ramp up because Argentina, you have to feel like you're within reach here, down 1-0.
Yeah, you're seeing the highlights of that first half on your screen right now. France have had a few opportunities. See that one there. Good save by 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐿. But then it just fell back to 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿, and he put that ball through a ball's width gap. It was a brilliant finish, and that is really the quality that has just unlocked this Argentinian defence. If you are Argentinian, you are happy though. You are still in this game. There is always an opportunity for France to maybe make a mistake, or for one moment of quality from Argentina, as we saw in the USA game yesterday, to get to this point. So France will want to get a second goal, just try and give them a little bit of daylight.
Now France will start the second half. Greg, if you're Argentina, do you change anything this half? I mean, you're down 1-0 due to a spectacular goal by Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐵𝐿, but your defense has been playing well, but you haven't really established any kind of attack so far other than a brief moment here and there.
So I think if I'm Argentina, I just keep it going for another 10 minutes or so. Keep it at 1-0, then you just go for broke. You know, you don't want to go too early. You do that, you go 2-3-0 down, then the game's done. It's over. Keep it as tight as you can, for as long as you can. Then the coach will probably realise when he wants to go for it. He will signal it, and we'll start seeing probably all-out attack. There won't be a gradual phase. I think they'll go from defending really heavily as they are now to just going for broke.
Brian Weiss with the ball. 𝐿𝐵𝐿 Lopez working for Argentina, pushing through Brian Weiss, and referee Carolyn Bean calling 𝐿𝐵𝐿 Lopez for a foul due to excessive contact.
Definitely excessive force there, Tony. I mean, look at this. He turns him inside once, Brian Weiss catches up, and he just absolutely tries to go through Brian Weiss's front bumper there. That is excessive force, without a doubt.
𝐏𝐿𝐵𝐿 gets around 𝐿𝐵𝐿 Lopez. Urreti steps up to defend. That ball almost gets through Urreti. Over to Lopez. That ball off of 𝐿𝐵𝐿 Lopez. Very close call by assistant referee David Weedy. Brian Weiss now. 𝐏𝐿𝐵𝐿 touches it, it bounces off the post. Oh my goodness, I don't know how that didn't go in.
Oh, Tony, if that had gone in, that would have been absolutely delightful. That was just the brain he has to even consider pulling that off, let alone the technique to even try it. He is just, what a player he is, Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐵𝐿.
That was unbelievable. That is one of those things that only a truly special player could even think of. As Argentina here just carefully working, trying not to give up any advantage to France here. 𝐏𝐿𝐵𝐿 looking to go and just break open the Argentine defense. 𝐏𝐿𝐵𝐿 off of Urreti. Corner kick coming up. Let's see if we can get a replay of that shot from Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐵𝐿 earlier before this corner kick goes off. And here it is. 𝐏𝐿𝐵𝐿 just touches it right off the back of Lisandro Urreti's chair. I don't know how he found that space between the end line and Khalid Mansour, first of all. 𝐏𝐿𝐵𝐿 with a shot, save Khalid Mansour. And that ball just slips through. Oh my goodness. Argentina stopped the initial shot and just caught between two minds. And you see Khalid Mansour just hang his head in disappointment. That is an easy save any other day of the week. But unfortunately, just a miscommunication between the Argentinian defenders, and you'll see it here on the replay, just a little bump by 𝐏𝐿𝐵𝐿, and I think the fact that the ball was rolling so slowly just confused everybody. And you'll see it right there, both of them stopped before the ball goes over the line.
As a football lover, Tony, I'm almost disappointed that the first Mohamed 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏 shot didn't go in, and that is the one that undone the Argentinians for the second time. Because that one is just, I mean, it's a brilliant adjustment from 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏 after the first shot. Just to flick it with his back bumper. But you have to say, I was going to praise the discipline and the resilience of this Argentinian defence, but there it's just faltered slightly. Both players stopping, leaving it to the other, and the ball has just agonisingly rolled over the line. It is a mountain to climb for Argentina now.
𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏 off of Lopez, but here's the base of the mountain starting to be climbed by Lopez. Lopez gets past Kong and now turns him towards the France goal area. 𝐿𝐼𝐏 Lopez, oh my goodness, heavy contact, and 𝐿𝐼𝐏 Lopez is surely going to get booked here. Oh my goodness, wait a second. One moment.
That's his third warning.
I'm surprised 𝐿𝐼𝐏 Lopez has not already received a caution.
Usually with referees, it's kind of a 3-strike rule. You can watch this back.
And you'll see just absolutely just crushing Erwan Konk on that. Back to live action here. Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏 getting around 𝐿𝐼𝐏 Lopez. Close to a 2-on-1 violation. Agustin Zanoli getting a bit too close. Now 𝐿𝐼𝐏 pressing for France. 𝐿𝐼𝐏 working, kicking the ball out. Lopez into Urreti. 𝐿𝐼𝐏 Lopez trying to counter for Argentina. Lopez working against Bryan Weiss. Now you can see there aren't really a lot of passing options for Lopez here on the play. Zanoli's kind of waiting, but that passing lane is cut off by 𝐿𝐼𝐏 and Tristan Lebellea. And now 𝐿𝐼𝐏 heading back the other way. Lopez tried to unwind a shot, but it was too far away from him, and Momo 𝐿𝐼𝐏 now driving back toward the Argentinian goal area. That pass across, cut off by Lopez. Lopez now back the other way. Lopez trying to touch it off of Bryan Weiss. Lopez, Weiss at the top of the Argentina goal area. Lopez trying to keep it in play and not give up a kick for France. And that ball is out, and that will be a kick for France.
Lopez really is holding his own here against our premier dribblers on Momo 𝐿𝐼𝐏 and even Bryan Weiss. This is the mentality switch now. It's really hard to go from when you've been defending so heavily for 23 minutes to then just switch it out and go all out attack, Tony.
Now Argentina actually with the kick. A shot saved by Bryan Weiss. 𝐿𝐼𝐏 now countering for France. The pass all the way down the pitch. Khaled Mansour cuts it off. That would intended for Tristan Lebellea. Now Lebellea receives. 𝐿𝐼𝐏 now one-on-one with Lisandro Urreti. Urreti does well to hold him off. 𝐿𝐼𝐏 with a shot saved by Mansour. 𝐿𝐼𝐏. Lebellea waiting for a pass. Mansour. Urreti anticipating. That ball across, cut off by Mansour. Lebellea now back to 𝐿𝐼𝐏. Backs into 𝐿𝐼𝐏 Lopez. Foul on Momo 𝐿𝐼𝐏.
Smart play by 𝐿𝐼𝐏 Lopez then. Just parks himself in behind 𝐿𝐼𝐏. Just can't see behind him, just reverses into a bit of a soft, but reversing in is always going to be a free kick. She wanted there because 𝐿𝐼𝐏 fired the pass out to Lebellea earlier.
Maybe a little bit earlier, and you see right there the contact by Momo 𝐿𝐼𝐏 on 𝐿𝐼𝐏 Lopez. And that ball is out of play, kicking coming up for France. Now one thing you'll notice too, when Argentina are defending in the goal area, 𝐿𝐼𝐏 Lopez is at the top, which we've talked about already as being the second defender around the goal area. But the strategy seems to be letting Lopez bounce the ball off of the goalkeeper Urreti to block the pass from coming out to the France attackers, but also giving Argentina possession of the ball in the goal area for a counter. I think it's an interesting setup that requires a lot of trust between teammates to do that, because you really typically don't want the ball to go back into your goal area. But Argentina here showing that they have unshakable trust within each other.
It's a tactic that England use very often. They'll defend with that winger coming in to make the wall. One on the end, the edge of the box, the winger coming in will block it almost to the goalkeeper, or play a pass backwards. And the goalkeeper can play that big switching ball across to the far winger who would be pushed up, always given that option on attack. Argentina not really getting that last bit in yet. They do the first bit very well.
𝐅𝐈𝐏𝐿𝐏 had to hold on to that one for France. 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏, nice move by 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏. Wonderful touch as he just pushes through 𝐅𝐵𝐿 𝐿𝐏. 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏 trying to work around Lisandro 𝐅𝐿𝐏. That ball going out, but contact between 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏 and Lopez. No foul called.
That touch. The touch from 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏. Just Lopez thought he'd gone past. And 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏 just turned, took it on the front bumper, went, I'll have that one, thank you very much. I'm driving behind you and I'm away. He is so skillful. He is unbelievable.
Substitution for France, Tristan 𝐅𝐵𝐿𝐏 coming onto the pitch. Number 5, Morgan Lefant. 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏. That ball bouncing off Lefant. That ball out for an Argentina goal kick. See right there, Lefant just tried to deflect that off the back of his chair, and then he tried to hit it off an Argentina defender, but it didn't quite work out. 𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏, Brian Weiss winding up for a shot. Brian Weiss missing just wide. Another goal kick coming up for Argentina.
Yeah, not quite connected to that one as well as he would have liked, Brian Weiss. Caleb Manzor able to just watch that one go out and play for a goal kick. And now, will you see a difference in setup from goal kicks for Argentina? No. Despite being 2-0 down with 10 minutes, they're still operating with this almost 3 deep. And they're going to try to dribble. I think you've really got to try and really try and pass it around this French team if you can. If that's even possible, Tony.
Very few teams have found success doing that. Lefant, just a little bit too much pace on that one for him to control. Goal kick again coming up for Argentina.
Again, looks like they're going to try and go into the dribble here with 𝐅𝐵𝐿𝐿.
Lopez now heading in towards Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏. 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏 just so skillful there. Just teasing 𝐅𝐵𝐿. Lets it roll out for a France kick-in.
You run out of words to describe 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿, don't you? You need a thesaurus open on your lap to be able to properly describe just what he's able to do with that ball on the front of his chair.
Players like him and Brian Weiss and others as well just see the game differently.
They really do. They're on just a almost. They don't need communication to be able to produce the magic they can produce. I'd love to go back to goalkeeper. I would love to be 𝐅𝐈𝐏𝐿𝐏 in this French team.
He hasn't had to do very much, but when he has been called into action, he's been very effective. 𝐅𝐈𝐏𝐿𝐏 for France. Now that ball heading towards the goal area of France. 𝐅𝐵𝐿𝐿 driving. Here's an opportunity for Argentina. 𝐅𝐵𝐿𝐿 can smell it. Corner kick coming up. No, it's not. I thought I saw the assistant referee signaling a corner kick, but it is going to be a goal kick for France.
Just a warning sign for France there. Argentina. I'm not going to give this one up without a fight. Neither will their fans. They will sing till the death.
Lopez, 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏, Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏, and 𝐅𝐵𝐿𝐿. This has been a wonderful battle to witness throughout this contest. Morgan, good defense by Lefant, forcing the turnover. Now I think Lopez probably could have given that up to 𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏 at that point instead of forcing 𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏 to back away to avoid the 2-on-1. 𝐨𝐵𝐿𝐏 just cutting off that ball. That ball is out. Another kick-in coming up for France. We're coming up on the 33rd minute, Greg. At what point do you press if you're Argentina?
Now. No uncertain terms, now. 2-0. You need to try and find 2 goals. You need to do what 9 other teams have done combined, and that's scored 2 against France to even take it to extra time.
It is quite a tall task. Brian Weiss, 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿 with a shot. Lefant with a shot, cut off by Mansour. 𝐅𝐨𝐏𝐿𝐏𝐿 into action now for France. Brian Weiss, back to 𝐏𝐿𝐏. 𝐏𝐿𝐏 now driving. Augustin Zanoli. Now Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿 has dropped back for France to defend as 𝐅𝐨𝐏𝐿𝐏 retreats to the France goal area. 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿 takes the ball back towards Argentina's goal area. 𝐿𝐵𝐿 Lopez with the turn. 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿 with the touch down the line. It goes out. Argentina kicking coming up. Time is running out for Argentina, Greg.
Yeah, it really is. Unfortunately for them, 𝐿𝐵𝐿 Lopez, you get past 𝐅𝐨𝐿 think, oh, past the French goalkeeper, is there a chance for a goal? You look up and Momo 𝐏𝐿𝐏𝐿's in front of you, you think, oh, okay. Maybe not.
Brian Weiss now with the ball. That ball just right there on the touchline. Ball's out of play, kicking coming up for Argentina. Now, you said it a few moments ago that Argentina need to start pressing. They don't really look like they're ready to do that yet, though.
Yeah, I think they've come into this with a game plan of they're going to just shut the game down. And that works obviously at 0-0, but when France took that even that 1-0 lead, you knew one way or another at some point you were going to need to score a goal. And apart from the dribbling of 𝐿𝐵𝐿 Lopez, they've really not looked close.
Morgan Lefant now for France, going to take this kick. 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿 driving. 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿 touching that ball off the back of his chair. Just so much control from Momo 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿. 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿 just working against the Argentinian defense again. Just kind of doing what he wants right here. And that ball sneaks through. Lefant, Weiss, 2-on-1 violation on France.
So they just both went for the ball there, Lefant and Weiss. I'm thinking if I'm the coach there, I want Lefant to just drop off. Weiss, front bumper pick off.
Yep.
And then you get the passing going again. Or a shot off from Lefant. Maybe he just want the communication, really.
Khaled Mansour for Argentina. And Greg, more to your point earlier, I think this goal kick from France, as I was about to say, needs to be more direct into France.
Yeah, they've not got anything going forwards. They've tried to defend their way into a World Cup final. And it worked for a little bit. They've kept the score down. It must be mentioned again, they are without their captain and star player, Valentino Zaccarelli. And I said last time they played without him against France, it was 6-0. This is just one game too far, unfortunately.
I mean, it's been an admirable performance by Argentina. They are without Valentino Zaccarelli. And personally, I can't help but wonder what it would be like if he were in the game. 𝐏𝐨𝐵𝐿 with a shot, saved by Mansour. Another save. And a foul on France will give Argentina a kick. And it looks like Argentina poised for a substitution. And it looks like coming into the match in place of Augustin Zanoli, number 9, Walter Vignola. 𝐿𝐵𝐿 Lopez driving for Argentina.
This is all they've got, unfortunately, and that might be a yellow card for 𝐿𝐵𝐿 Lopez. That is his third. Did say the next one would be a card.
And Greg, you are correct. 𝐿𝐵𝐿 Lopez has been shown yellow. And I think that's justifiable, rightly so. I mean, he was working his way around Brian Weiss, but too heavy on the contact. You have to be really careful when you're that close.
3 excessive force fouls will result in a yellow card, without a doubt, with most, if not all, referees. Argentina, they have, along with Uruguay, this tournament puts South America Powerchair football on the world on the map. Of course, as we said, we will be heading to Buenos Aires in 3 years' time for the World Cup. They've gained, I think, loads of new fans, and although it looks like this is not going to go their way today, I really don't want to be disheartened. They have been fabulous. They have upset the mix of the traditional Powerchair footballing elite, I would say, Tony.
Indeed. And now, if you go back to 2017 in the last World Cup, Argentina finished 7th. They will, this year, in 2023, finish no lower than 4th. No lower than 4th, and they could still come home with hardware.
Yeah, they really could. I just think when you're faced with France side like this, anyone is up against it.
Brian Rice, 2-on-1 violation on France. And still, Argentina playing until the end, not backing down. And we're going to get another substitution. It looks like 𝐿𝐵 Lopez coming off. Coming on in his place, Juan Bautista D'Angelo.
Yep, Juan Bautista D'Angelo not had as much game time in the last few games. Just a chance here for a little cameo appearance in the World Cup semi-final. Can't complain at that.
Lisandro Reti with the kick for Argentina. Vignola taking on 𝐏𝐨𝐿𝐼𝐏 as 𝐏𝐨𝐼𝐏 heads back once again towards the Argentina goal area. A very familiar place for him this week.
Whistle is in referee Carolyn Beans. Now 𝐏𝐿𝐼𝐏 just drives against Reti here. There will not be much longer left.
And there it is, the final whistle blows, and France, the defending world champions, will have the opportunity to defend again. They beat Argentina 2-0, and Greg, I think this was the expected result, but I want to take a moment to give credit to Argentina for the way they played without Valentino Tagliarelli.
Yep, I don't want to harp on too much about things you said before, but they have been incredible this tournament. Played with passion, desire, commitment, resilience. Been up against it. That is their 3rd game without 𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐼. But as you see, the highlights of the game, this moment here from Momo Ghalabi, ball from 𝐿𝐵. Wonderful finish, threading the ball through the defence. Argentina should be so pleased with their efforts. But let's not forget, it is France, the world champions, who progress. They have been perfect throughout this tournament. Another clean sheet. The $1 million question is, will anyone stop in the final, whether it be England or the United States, Tony?
We'll see in just a little bit. France, again, now await the winner of the next semifinal coming up in just a little bit. England versus the United States. Ryan Sipple and Charlie McClellan on the call. That's going to be it for us right now. For Greg Baxter, I'm Tony Jackson. You're watching the 2023 FIPFA Powerchair Football World Cup. France advances to the final. They await the winner of England-France. We'll be back in just a little bit.
you.